Hello, collective. Welcome to the Moon Report. My name is Marlene, the modern mystic, and your resident moon goddess. I'm so excited to be sharing space with you again and excited to announce that tonight at Book Club in the Anima Collective, we will be talking about my best-selling book and also a friend of yours, Allison Yanni, where we co-authored these beautiful stories with two other authors. And we are going to be discussing Wisdom in Bloom tonight at 7 p.m. So I'm so excited. I cannot wait. And if you're catching the replay and you happen to miss book club as well, then you can always catch the replay as long as you are part of the Anima Collective on Mighty Networks. And if you're not, then what are you waiting for? Join us, join us. So here we are with a new moon in Taurus, and I am going to wear my disco ball because I am in celebration of this new moon. I have good news, collective. Can we all take a collective breath and exhale all the shit that we have gone through? Yes, I am in full celebration of this. This new moon in Taurus is beautiful. It's what you would call a textbook new moon. And it's grounding and it's stabilizing and it is urging us to just move forward with who we are right now, with what brought us to this moment right here. And I know that you have gone through changes. We all have. Just take a moment. Just think about where have you experienced the most change in the last 2 months? Where in your life, what area did you think you were going in one direction and now you find yourself going in a different direction? And as you look at yourself, as this new moon urges you to honor all of those changes, where do you want to go? Where do you want to take them? And I want you to really think about all these things as we have a conversation today, because this is your moment. It really is. And we've been through a lot of shit, and we're going to recap what we've been through. But here we are in this beautiful new moon with this grounding sign of Taurus. And Venus is conjunct this moon during the time that is exact. Venus rules Taurus. So it's really happy in its home. And it's really happy to show us and bring into focus what it is that we value. And how can we create prosperity and abundance around that? Like I said, we've changed. So let's think back. An eclipse in Aries and Libra, relationships, 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 major part of what's been highlighted in our evolution during this time. And it's really helping us come into focus about who we are as individuals and like what are our desires, ours and ours alone. And then with Libra, how do we get to share that with the other in the most authentic way that you know how? With all the information that you've gathered, with everything that you've been through, with all the initiation process, it's so important to just acknowledge it and revisit it. And then we had a Mercury retrograde. How was that for everybody? Not strong at all, huh? No, not intense. We were fine. We probably have some battle scars from that we're still processing because um, Mercury is still in post shadow, and what that means is that it's still going past the trajectory that it did when it was in retrograde. So some of us may still be processing what we went through. Some of us may still be resolving certain things. especially in relationships, and the decisions that arrive from the changes that you've experienced. And what has come up for you, and how do you get to express that now moving forward? Then we have a Jupiter conjunct Uranus that happened in Taurus. Well, sorry, it's still happening. It was already exact on the 19th of April, but we're still in close proximity. So we are still unraveling all the insights and what came through or what is still coming through. Some of us may be still gathering information, still looking at the full picture and how do all the pieces fit. And it's okay. I know that clarity is coming. It's right around the corner. So give yourself grace. Allow yourself to move slow if that's what right now is calling for. Take care of your body, Taurus. I forget that these things happen. Um, you know, see what your body needs in terms of the senses, invite them in, and continue to move towards whatever it is you're seeing, whether it's positive or negative. Right now, it calls for your attention. Please do not turn away, no matter what it is. Face it head on. You will be so, so grateful for that release. I can't stress it enough. Pluto is in retrograde, moving back towards Capricorn. So we're going to take one last visit into Capricorn. We're not out of that shit yet. And I really want you to stay present of where that applies in your personal life, where it is that you need to revisit. That's okay too. You know, sometimes knowing is not knowing, if that makes any sense. And playing in the unknown and knowing that that's exactly where you need to be so that you can create something out of nothing, where you can believe in the potentiality of the creative force that is spirit or source or creator or the universe or your higher self, whatever it is for you. Don't be afraid to move back so that you can move forward. The idea is don't get stuck. Revisit, revisit. And if you're having difficulty in that shadowy stuff, if there's still some darkness that is moving through you, know that we're almost there, and ask for support from your network, from me. Let's have a shadow coaching session. Let's figure it out. Let's move through these spaces and transform and transmute, because these energies are there to show you something. These emotions come up, not for you to stay there, but to take that and move forward and heal. The point is take action. It's really not a time right now to just be sitting back and waiting. If all the insights aren't there yet, then set intentions in this new moon to gain more clarity, to see clearly, so that the light is illuminating your path forward, so that the right people come into your life to tell you the right things that are going to ignite that fire and move you into inspired action. This is what the energy is supporting now. This is where you need to move to. You have an opportunity to create the future that you have always desired. And if you feel that you can't desire anything, get over it. You're here to be a human being. You're here to use what Mother Earth has given you so that you can create something freaking fabulous. Do it. And if that means friggin' you want to create a garden, fuck yeah. It doesn't mean that anybody has to be watching your creation or that all of us have to be like, oh shit, you grew petunias. I don't know. It's what fills you into action. Is it inspired and in alignment with who you are? Because that's what's going to put food in your table. That's what's going to put money in your pocket. That's what's going to help you go on those vacations and be with the ones that you love. That's what's going to inspire romance and love in your life. That's what's going to help you feel alive. Don't give up. We're living in a day and age where you can literally be fucking anything. You can game all fucking day on YouTube and make money. You guys need to watch Cat Williams on Netflix, the new one, Woke Folk. Listen to me. It was eye-opening in the funniest way. And a lot of the things he mentioned there made me realize, like, you could be an influencer of influencers. Okay? You could make sourdough bread on TikTok and make money. Like, listen to me. What do you love? What do you love? What are you good at? You like flying kites? Show us. Show us. Because there's somebody out there that wants to fly a kite with you. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So don't give up. Rest. Take a rest. Take a nap. And if you're guilty about taking the nap, how I am, uh, then face that. Okay, why am I guilty? What story is around this nap that I can't take in the middle of the day? Why? Is there any relevance? Find the root of every emotion as much as you possibly can. Because on the other side of that, there's growth, there's information. And you can give your body what it needs so that it can continue to support you through the changes that have already started. This is about thriving. Forget about surviving. Let's get out of this survival mode and be like, oh, we got through that astrology. No, let's be like, okay, we're here for each other. That was tough, but what did I learn? Can I use this information so that I can thrive in my life? So, with this new moon, rituals, yes. Ceremonies, yes. All of them. Anything you can come up with. Work with the earth, Taurus. Get creative. Make it really pretty, Venus, right? Appeal to that, to the senses. Taurus and Venus are all about the senses and the power of the senses. Invite them in. What is this new truth that you want to support and you want to launch forward? And if you're lacking the courage and the bravery to do so, then work there. That is where the work is at. And find your support networks. Find your people. And by your people, it could be here on Earth and on another dimension as well, or your ancestors who have passed. There's great power in looking back at those who have walked before us and enabled us to be here so that we can create what we want. So visualize what you want. Look at it, feel it. What does it smell like? What does it taste like? Who's there? Who's surrounding you? And then put it out there if it's in alignment with you authentically from the heart. So it's easy if you look at it, if you really reflect on it. if you can really, really go deep in your heart and find what you truly love and what you want to do. And can you be of service to yourself and others by expressing this intimate part of you? So there's ease there because it's about connecting with you. But the real work comes when you're expressing it, right? So I really urge you to do the work around that because it is so worth it right now. And I'm telling you, if you want something manifested, this is the new moon to do it. I have a great self-paced um workshop that's on my website. I'm going to go ahead and link it for those of you that are on live, which, by the way, if you're part of Anima Collective, you can always join us here in the Moon Report while it's happening. And we always have a great question and answers after where we get to share how this energy is alive for us and how we can, support each other through this. So I invite you to go to Mighty Networks under your events tab and find, you know, um, the moon report, Marlene's moon report. So I put it on the chat for you guys that are here, and we'll also put it on YouTube and Mighty Networks as well. And this is a self-taught, like self-paced workshop, very short, and it gives you 3 practical ceremonies and rituals that can help you through mostly anything in your life. I tried to keep them very universal, and I invite you to check it out, and maybe you can get inspired with one of the ideas there. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me on Mighty Networks if you're part of the collective, or go ahead and comment here on YouTube if you're watching it on YouTube. Also, you can reach me on IG at The Modern Mystique, or marlenemenendez.com. And, I'm here for any questions and any kind of insights or stories that you want to share that you've, gathered from the moon report. I always encourage all the feedback because I really want to bring a lot of value to this space. So go out there and take action. Take action and use this momentum to really propel whatever it is that you want to manifest. So I'm holding you close, and until next time, I will see you in the full moon. Thanks so much. Ciao.